Hey guys, my name is Alex Bothwell. I'm a student for Intro to Sport Management, and today I'll be answering three questions about the film I just watched on Netflix titled Amateur. The first question is, throughout the film, what sociological themes and/or issues emerged? So definitely all throughout the film, we see privilege and disadvantage being displayed, and I'll elaborate more on that in question three. Next, we see the social constructs that the best athletes have to go to the best schools in order to get noticed. Teron's dad, all throughout the movie, was trying to make sure he was at the best high school in order to succeed, which it does make sense, but that's a social construct that the best athletes go to the best school. Sometimes you can't help the situation you're placed in, and some people just like to be around what they're familiar with, their familiar environments. And so, with that said, athletes should be able to choose whatever school they want to go to because at the end of the day, true talent is going to get mattered no matter where or what school they're playing for. And lastly, equality versus equity. Um, in the movie, Tehran's homeschool was just so much less than the facilities he was able to use at the new school he went to. And if equity is being shown, which is giving attention more to where it's needed versus equality where everybody gets the same resources, if equity is being shown to the schools that need it more than others, then I think all the schools would be better off because the schools that don't have the big boosters will have those facilities that they need in order to, keep their players and make sure that they're training at the top level. So the second question is, what marginalized persons or groups appear in the film? Definitely the African American athlete. We see that all throughout the film that that's one of the marginalized groups. Also, we see the international athlete. Um, the new team that Tehran goes to play for is nothing but either African American athletes or international athletes on this team. And so the coach does a good job of recruiting these players who come from unfortunate situations to play in this. Also, it's a better situation, but it's also a little jacked up in its own right. But they get to use great facilities, they get a good education. Um, Kind of have to watch the movie to figure out why. I put air quotations around it, but he puts them in a better position they were in, and it's very intriguing. And so it makes sense. But those are definitely the marginalized groups we see: the international athlete and the African American athlete coming from less fortunate to where they are now. Lastly, in what ways did privilege and disadvantage play a role in the characters' lives? So this is what I was talking about earlier. Um, Disadvantage we see all throughout the movie. Tehran is just at a disadvantage his whole career because he's in high school or he's making his way to high school and he can't accept any benefits. He can't accept a new phone. It's just so many rules he has to play by in order to become eligible just to play college ball through the NCAA ranks. And so it's not fair to him that he can't accept any of this. He can't even make a better living for his family because he's at a disadvantage. And that's just through the sport world. He's at a disadvantage with his family because his dad has concussion issues, and so his job's not going too well. It's a scene where they might get evicted, and they're just going through a lot. And so it allows for the head coach to play on it. And so I know I didn't talk about privilege, but that's because my question revolves around privilege. And so I'm going to end this video with a question. Throughout the movie, if you pay close attention, you see that uh, Toronto's head coach, that was not the first time he paid a player to play. And so, with that said, he's been caught before. And so, with that said, it's like, so he was given multiple chances, chance after chance after chance, even though he had been caught paying players to play. So, my question is if Toronto's head coach was anything other than a white male, if he was any other gender or any other race, would he have been given a second chance to coach after being caught paying players to play? Thank you.